This will be one of the first videos I do where I talk about what I'm going to do while I do it, to showcase what I'm up to. What I'm looking to do here is I'm building a high tunnel. Well, not a high tunnel, but I'm building a tunnel, something I can grow all my vine crops on. So what I've got for this, to do this project, I picked the things up at Lowe's. You know, I look for what they call cattle panels, but the cattle panels were kind of difficult to find. You know, I've seen them on multiple videos, but this is really close and it'll do the same job, and it probably costs less than the cattle panels. This is what they call concrete mesh. Okay, I don't know how well it comes through on the video, but we'll see. Anyway, this concrete mesh, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount them into the ground up on end like this, and we're going to bend it on over, and we're going to create a tunnel that you can walk through. You're going to have one on either side of the path here. And how we're going to do that is got a couple of T-poles. You know, we're going to pound these into the ground. Going to place them into the ground at just the right way, distance away from everything. So I leave a good path going through here, a tunnel, and I have room on the outer side of this to produce, or to allow me to plant my vine crops. You know, cucumbers, squashes, beans, all of those things, which I tried to grow in the beds this last year, but had, you know, semi-success, minimal success. I mean, the snow peas, you saw those. They grew really, really well, but they bunched up so hard it was hard to get anything. I need these things to grow a little more effectively, and I need more room. I've got to grow more crops. I don't have a very large yard here. It's large enough, but I need to produce a lot of stuff. My ultimate goal with this is to produce 90% or better of my family's needs for an entire year out of this small piece of yard. You know, the total property here is 1/3 of an acre, and you know, 1/3 of an acre is not very much. The backyard itself is not huge. Maybe if I plowed up the entire backyard, but then it would be no good. It wouldn't be an oasis if I plowed it all into crops. You know, I put in the beds here. I've got 11 beds, 12, 13 beds. I've got 13 beds. 11 beds are for growing crops. 2 beds are for growing the blackberries and the raspberries. So with that, growing the blackberries and the raspberries, you know, the rest of the beds, just the beds for growing various crops in, I did the math on it. I've got approximately inside each bed, growing area of all the beds total is only about 300 square feet. That's not a lot. So I'm going to see how much maximum growth I can get out of other areas. You know, I've got the beds alongside the yard, you know, and in the back of the yard, and I'll be growing things in there. Basically, it's learning to utilize every square foot I can of the oasis for growing, while leaving myself space to walk in between stuff, space to enjoy ourselves, such as the fire pit area, the area where eventually the hot tub's going to go, the patio grass area, so it's a nice area to relax. Like, that could be used for growing stuff too, but you know, you've got to have some beauty and some things to enjoy while you're doing your thing. So anyway, what I'm going to do is we're going to pound these in, and we'll just film what I'm doing with it and get it all working really well. That part there, all going to be covered under music, and when we get to the end, we'll showcase what I've done with it. All right, so I don't know. I don't have a saying. You know, I don't like flip side, I don't like catch back, I don't have a saying yet, but I'm working on one. All right, let's get this to work.
Life goes by day by day. You watch it pass away. The years they roll along. You learn